Most people will spend their entire lives exhausted, not from hard work, but from fighting reality itself. They rage against traffic, against other people's opinions, against time, against outcomes already sealed. Epictetus, born a slave with a broken leg, discovered something that shattered his chains long before any master could. By the end, I'll reveal the exact mental discipline he practiced every single morning that freed him completely.
We'll cover 3 things. First, why the need to control is not strength, but a wound, a psychological trap that modern life makes worse. Second, the Stoic philosophy of the dichotomy of control, what it actually means, and why almost everyone misunderstands it. Third, how to apply this ancient architecture to your daily life. But the real revelation, the morning discipline of Epictetus, comes at the very end.
Consider the weight you carry right now. Not the weight of labor, but the invisible weight of outcomes you are trying to force. The project that must succeed. The relationship that must go a certain way. The opinion someone else holds about you that you are desperately trying to reshape. This is not ambition. This is not discipline. This is a fundamental misunderstanding of where your power actually ends and where the world begins.
The wound runs deeper than habit. Modern civilization has constructed an elaborate illusion that with enough effort, enough technology, enough willpower, you can control every variable. Social media gives you the ability to craft your image. Analytics give you the illusion of predicting human behavior. But underneath all that noise, the same ancient anxiety remains. You cannot make people love you. You cannot stop time. You cannot command the logos.
But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. The very thing you believe is keeping you safe, this grip, this relentless management of outcomes, is precisely what is destroying your inner life. The Stoics called this misidentification of the will with external things a corruption of the hegemonicon, the ruling faculty of the soul. When you chain your peace to what others do, you surrender the only kingdom you were ever meant to govern.
Epictetus wrote in the Enchiridion, "Some things are in our control, and others not." 5 words that sound simple. They are not. He was describing a radical ontological surgery, a permanent severing of identity from outcome. What is in your control is your judgment, your intention, your response. Everything else, wealth, reputation, other people's choices, even your body's health, belongs to the category of adiaphora, the indifference. Not unimportant, simply not yours to command.
Marcus Aurelius, emperor of the known world, commanding legions, holding absolute power, wrote privately in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He wrote it not as a boast, but as a daily reminder to himself. He needed to hear it repeatedly. So do you. Power without this understanding is merely elaborate anxiety wearing a crown. And if this truth is stirring something in you, subscribe. What comes next matters even more. Seneca sharpened this further. In his letters to Lucilius, he described premeditatio malorum, the deliberate, clear-eyed rehearsal of everything that could go wrong. Not pessimism, precision. By imagining the loss of reputation, the failure of plans,
the rejection of people you love, you pre-divorce your peace from those outcomes. You are not preparing for despair. You are starving the anxiety that lives inside the gap between expectation and reality. There is a concept deeper still, apatheia. Not apathy, as the modern world defines it, indifference born of numbness. Apatheia, in the Stoic tradition, means freedom from disordered passion. It is the state of a soul that acts fully, with complete engagement, effort, even love, but whose inner equilibrium does not depend on the world's response. The Stoic does not feel less. The Stoic feels without being enslaved by what is felt.
Zeno of Citium, who founded the Stoic school in Athens around 300 BCE after losing everything in a shipwreck, taught that the logos, the rational principle threading through all existence, was not in your control, but that you could align yourself with it. This is the Stoic alternative to control. Not passive resignation, but active alignment. You do not fight the current of the river. You learn its direction and row with virtue, not against the water.
Wait, what comes next is what few truly understand. Most people who encounter Stoicism conclude that it means accepting everything quietly. This is a profound misreading. The Stoic practices prosoche, vigilant, intense, moment-to-moment attention to the inner life. Not passive, surgical. Every judgment is examined. Every desire is tested. The question is never, can I control this? The real question is, am I allowing something outside myself to govern my hegemonicon right now?
Tomorrow morning, before you look at your phone, and this is specific and non-negotiable, take 60 seconds and ask 3 questions aloud. 1. What outcome today am I falsely treating as mine to control? 2. What is genuinely within my will, my attention, my effort, my response? 3. What would I do if I acted only on what I can govern? Write the answers. Do not type them. Write them. This small act is prosoche made physical. When the difficult conversation arrives, when the colleague dismisses your work, when the person you love pulls away, pause before the reaction. Marcus Aurelius called this the pause, the tiny gap between stimulus and response, where the hegemonicon either surrenders to passion or exercises virtue. In that gap, you apply the dichotomy instantly. Their behavior is not yours. Your response is entirely yours. This is not passivity. This is the most demanding form of active courage.
In 55 CE, Seneca faced the growing paranoia of Emperor Nero. His wealth, his position, his very life rested on the decision of a single unstable man. Rather than frenzy, Seneca wrote with extraordinary calm. He prepared financially, philosophically, and spiritually for any outcome. In a letter from that period, he wrote, "I have made my peace with poverty, with exile, with death." So Nero holds nothing over a man who fears none of these things. This was premeditatio malorum lived.
Musonius Rufus, Epictetus's teacher, taught in Rome during violent political purges. Exiled twice, he returned twice, not from bravado, but from the unshakable conviction that exile only moves your body, never your character. Arete, virtue, cannot be exiled. This is the final architecture. Your virtue is the one territory that no emperor,
no betrayal, no illness, no collapse of plans can ever reach. Everything else is adiaphora. This understanding is the only genuine freedom that has ever existed.
Now the discipline Epictetus practiced every morning. Before rising, he would recite aloud what was and was not in his control that day. Not as affirmation, but as ontological calibration. He reset the hegemonicon before the world could corrupt it. Call back to our opening. A slave who practiced this lived freer than the emperor who did not. If this reflection has moved you, subscribe. Tomorrow we go deeper into how Marcus Aurelius structured his nightly self-examination. What part of your life are you still trying to control that was never yours to begin with?